Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Do you watch a video so many times you start talking like the person that did the video? Yeah, you start talking like Poindexter because that's how stupid he sounds. Okay, good morning. This is Dr. Julian Novoa. Occasionally, I'm asked to more than one occasionally. I'm asked to critique videos from people concerned about what they're seeing and asking me for my medical opinion on it. And I usually am not really hard on most people, except for those people that are supposed to or are projecting some type of education and yet are completely wrong in what they're saying. So I decided today to do a video related to a request to critique a video from a chiropractor that made some outlandish comments related to coronavirus. And so I'm going to call him Poindexter. All right. Okay, Poindexter. And if you haven't seen the video, it's been aired like seen about 150,000 times between Facebook and Instagram. And I'm asking you, don't really take any credence to anything in that video because the guy completely got it wrong. Well, almost completely got it wrong. So let's go with number one, Mr. Poindexter. Or number one, the coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, can survive in temperatures greater than 80 degrees. Now, where you're getting misinformation is probably off the internet, where you shouldn't be looking at anyway. Talk to the experts. Now, mind you, I'm not an expert. My original training is I'm an OBGYN, cosmetic surgeon, but I did train in the military with infectious disease at USAMRIID, and I am also have a history of being a human volunteer, and I have 20 years of experience with infectious diseases in general through my practice. But above all of that, I can read. Okay, I can read. I can look on credible sources and read the information and tell you what the information says. Okay, not come up with an outlandish conspiracy theories and then confuse everyone and actually potentially hurt people. So, number one, Mr. Poindexter, the novel coronavirus can survive in temperatures greater than 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And as a matter of fact, we don't know exactly how well it can survive, but frankly, we do know that for other coronaviruses, they can survive at up to 56 degrees Celsius, which is greater than 130 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you're anywhere near 130 degrees Fahrenheit, you're going to burn yourself, especially if you're breathing that in through a blow dryer, which I'm going to get on some other doctor talking about that. Nevertheless, number one, Poindexter, you're wrong on that one. Number two, Poindexter, is that drinking hot water or drinking something with no ice in it does not kill the novel coronavirus. All right? Again, another BS comment off the internet. Number three, vitamin C cannot kill the virus. It doesn't kill the virus. Okay, they are doing studies on the use of IV vitamin C therapy to boost the immune system up to 24 grams per day, but vitamin C has not been proven to kill the coronavirus. Next point, Poindexter, just being out in the sun does not kill the coronavirus. It takes ultraviolet radiation of the category C, and for a lot longer periods than just being outside. Category C, ultraviolet radiation, is what gets past the ozone layer, and if you are out there that long, you're going to end up getting a major thermal burn or a radiation burn. Next, he got this one right. Laundry detergent does kill a novel coronavirus. The reason for that is that just like any hand soap, the lipid outer layer of the novel coronavirus is destroyed by soap, and detergent is a soap, okay? And therefore, it destroys the outer layer, exposes the RNA, and therefore the virus no longer can cause mutations. So you got that one right, Poindexter. Next, stomach acid can kill the novel coronavirus. Well, we really don't know exactly if that's the case, if it kills all of it. Okay, empirically, we would imagine that would be true, but we have actually found that novel coronavirus is found in feces, all right? And feces and urine. And therefore, that's why we ask people with COVID-19 not to use the same bathroom as other people, because if you can smell what's going on in there, you're already inhaling it. All right, so if you can find novel coronavirus in feces, how much of it gets past the stomach, we don't know. Don't make a comment like that, Poindexter. All right, so next point was he had experience with other viruses, so it didn't compare to other viruses. How many viruses have you actually studied, Poindexter? Did you read them in a textbook or did you watch them on a movie? All right, so that's my point with that one. And next point, Poindexter, it can live on the hands for 5 to 10 minutes. We don't know exactly how long it can live on the hands, but we do know it can live on the hands long enough to be contagious to someone else. Okay? That next point is that it can live on metals a lot longer. Yes, the most recent studies suggest that it can live in the air for 3 hours. Okay, so if it can live in the air for 3 hours, I wonder how long it can actually live on your hands. It can live on cardboard, half-life of 4 hours, and it can live on plastics and metals for several days. That's why you need to wipe off everything with either alcohol or Clorox, hydrogen peroxide. Next point was completely off. That survival rates is great for healthy people. It depends on what you mean by great. So 80% of people survive and 20% get really sick. And the next point was that 15% will have more symptoms and only 5% will need attention. You mean attention like in the ICU attention, ventilator attention? Great comment, Poindexter. And only has a 2% death rate in compromised people. Only 2%? Listen, the seasonal flu kills 1 in 1,000 people. This thing at 2% is killing 1 in 50 people. And it's killing people, babies, infants. It's killing children. It's killing healthy adults. So get off your comment with that it's only affecting immunocompromised people. All right. Next point is the really one where I got off and I really got upset about. Poindexter, can't you read? Okay, yes, there is a patent on a coronavirus. Okay. The patent is associated with SARS-CoV, the original SARS from 2003, not the novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2. All right, Poindexter, read, learn something. All right? Yes, there is a vaccine associated with the original SARS virus, okay? Not with the novel coronavirus based on what he was commenting here. And next point was says, my mind started racing. Slow it down, Poindexter, okay, before you blow a gas stick, because obviously you don't know what you're talking about and we don't want you to hurt yourself and get some brain damage for what's ever left. Next. Here's where the conspiracy theory started with Poindexter. That he said that because there was a vaccine available that had been already created from years ago, that this was one of the main reasons why schools were closed, with the idea that it would could be used as a vaccination, mandatory vaccination program, or a vaccination program for the school children. Again, Poindexter, you got it wrong. The SARS virus CoV vaccine is not the same as SARS-CoV-2. All right? There are vaccines that are being worked on for novel coronavirus, for COVID-19. Right? They are in experimental stages, phase 1, and there are many, many countries and many, many nations that are working on it, and in collaboration for most of the time. But there's not some conspiracy going on that the SARS, that this vaccine was created specifically for the novel coronavirus years ago, and now a company is trying to sell it, market it, so that it can be used for our children to keep them from before they can go back to school. Learn something, Poindexter. Okay, this is what really pisses me off related to this type of comments. All right. Nevertheless, the last point, I think I made my point related to this, and I hope you guys will stop watching these conspiracy theory videos and go to the actual CDC website or to the WHO website. Stop reading the internet. Most of the stuff is wrong. Okay. And I wanted to, one last thing is for this OBGYN cosmetic surgeon talking about blow dryers and that it's supposed to help you cure the coronavirus. That's not correct. The only hot air that's circulating hotter than the blow dryer is what this guy was promoting. Okay? So I hope I made my point. Just because people have educations doesn't mean that they're educated. All right? That's my point. Nevertheless, I think I'm off my rant. El Paso strong, El Paso smart. Hope this helps you guys out. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.